Peach and apples are sweet.
My favorite food is chicken because that is yummy.
Did you say chicken was your favorite fruit?
Yes.
Do you know what fruit means? Fruit
Favorite,
就是水果的意思。
my favorite fruit is oranges.
I also like oranges, specifically mandarins, and not the weird protruding oranges. Those are disgusting. Sophia, what's your favorite fruit? Sophia, 我们听不见你。
My favorite fruit is strawberry because it is very sweet.
I also like strawberries too. My sisters like to eat those. 你建议你可不可以把你的视频打开？Sorry, I can't find my mouse. Okay, Li Jingyi, what is your favorite fruit and why?
My favorite food is
Hello, Li Jingyi.
hello. My favorite food is peach because it has got good meaning in China.
I also do like to eat peaches. Theodore, what's your favorite fruit and why?
My favorite food is watermelon because it's sweet and yummy.
I love watermelon. It tastes very good. I agree with you. Jason, what about you?
My favorite food is pear because it's very yummy.
Pear? I also like to eat pears, but I like watermelon more. Sorry. Anyways, moving on.
So last week our theme was fairy tales, and so the homework is, what is your favorite story? Theodore, what is your favorite story?
Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
That's cool. I like that story a lot too. Jason, what is your favorite story? Jason?
My favorite fairy tale is The Ugly Duckling.
Why is it your favorite fairy tale?
My favorite fairy tale is The Ugly Duckling.
Thanks for your response. I like that story a lot too. Rachel, what is your favorite story?
My favorite story is Little Red Riding Hood.
Is there a reason why you like Little Red Riding Hood the best?
Because it talk to me, don't talk to the strangers.
Yeah, I think that's a really good lesson. and I agree with you a lot. Um, Hardy, what is your favorite story?
My favorite story is The Ugly Duckling.
Why is the ugly duckling your favorite story?
Oh no.
Because the ugly duckling begin is ugly.
Like Alex.
But
如果你不知道，你可以用中文说。
但是它到最后是漂亮的。
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that's a really good moral. Yeah,
in-
except that's like Dylan, but he never becomes pretty.
you stole my
他
joke.
永远都很丑。
You stole my joke, but okay. Anyways, Alex, call on the next person. I hate you.
李金玉, what is your favorite story?
What is your favorite story?
My favorite story is Jack and Beanstalk because this story is very wonderful.
My man.
I agree. Thanks for answering. Sophia, what is your favorite story?
My favorite story is Coco.
And why is it your favorite story?
The story movies make me very very 感动。very very
You can use Chinese if you don't know, Sophia.
感动。
I was about to ask what's that in English, but I just remembered she doesn't know what it means in English. Oh, okay.
I think that's moved in English. The story makes you feel very moved.
Very moon.
Yeah, very good. Thanks for sharing. Shen Tianyu, what is your favorite story?
My favorite story is Little Red Riding Hood because Little Red Riding Hood is interesting.
I agree. Yeah, I think Little Red Riding Hood is really interesting. Thank you for sharing. Wu Li, do you think you could answer the question? What is your favorite story? Mu Yi. Can you hear me? I think your microphone is unmuted. Could you respond to the question, please? What is
No.
your favorite story?
No.
Wow, Alex, the kids really hate you, huh? He said no. Okay. Alex, just ask again if they can hear you.
Mu Yi, could you answer the question? What is your favorite story? He just muted. Dylan, do you want to move on to the next slide?
You know, I would love to, but I think we should. You're right. Oh my god, first time. So today's story, since last week loved it very much, last week a lot of people liked it as their favorite story, we will be doing Jack and the Beanstalk. And so we will be reading it, and you guys will all be joining us. So I'll read first, and then... Screaming? Okay. I'll read first, and then you guys can... And then I'll call on one of you, and you will read after me. So I'll start from the top. There once was a poor widow who lived with her son, Jack, far out in the country. Rachel, can you read that?
There was once poor widow who lived with her son Jack, far out in the country.
Good job. Yeah. All right, Marin. Can you read the next sentence? It's just this one.
Okay. Jack was good neighbor, but lazy.
Good job. All right. When at last there was no money left to buy food, Jack's mother told him to take the dairy cow to market and sell her for a good price. Sophia, can you read that? It's very long.
When at last there was no money left to buy food. Jack's mother told him to take the dairy cow to mark and sell her for a good price.
Good job. You did really good. Nice job, Sophia. Okay, next sentence. On his way to market, Jack met a strange man who asked him where he was going with the cow. Shen Tianyu, can you read that?
Yes, I can. On his way to market, Jack met a strange man who asked him where he was going with the cow.
Very nice job. So Jack responds, I'm going to the market to sell her, he said. Li Jingyi, can you read that? Li Jingyi. Okay, it looks like he has connection issues. So Theodore, can you read, I'm going to the market to sell her, he said?
I'm going to market to sell here, he said.
Very nice. I'll give you these 5 magic beans for the cow, said the strange man. Muyi, can you read that? Muyi, 你在吗？
在。
Okay, read this please.
I will give you 那个是 this five 那个咋读了
这读 magic.
？Magic bags for the cow said the 那个 man
这叫 strange.
strange man.
Very nice. Jack thought this was a good bargain, So he traded the cow for 5 beans. Jason, can you read that for me?
What?
Okay. Okay, Jason, Mui, Hardy, Anna, 你们可不可以把你们视频打开吗？ Okay. Anna 和 Mui, 如果你们有视频呢，求你打开。So read from here, Jason. Read from Jack thought this was a good bargain.
Jack thought this was a good bargain, so he traded the cow for 5 beans.
Good job. So one of the words here, a new word for you guys, is beans. Do you know what beans means? Do you know what beans is in Chinese? Let's see.
GB.
Who said 豆子? 豆子 is correct. Was that you, Jason?
Huh?
Did you say 豆子?
No.
Oh, what did you say? Okay. Rachel, do you know what beans is in Chinese?
豆子.
Exactly. Good job. Now, let's see. So the words here in boxes are our vocab words, and so at the end of the book, we'll be going over these. So if you don't know what the words means, it's okay, because we'll tell you what they mean at the end of the story. Okay.
Okay, Jack hurried home and said, "Look at the 5 beans I got for the cow." Li Jingyi, could you read this sentence, please? Li Jingyi. Could you please read this sentence? Is he lagging for
His
you?
connection's been like really bad since the beginning of the thing. He also says he can't turn on his microphone. Yeah, so just move on. Sorry, Alex. I
Okay.
guess another kid hates you.
Okay, Shen Tianru, could you read this sentence, please?
Okay.
It's the first one.
Jack hurried home and said, "Look at the 5 bands I got for the cow."
Great job. Just make sure that when you read, it's hurried and not hurried.
Hey, they're trying their best. Okay, Alex, we don't mind.
Hurried.
You foolish, lazy boy, like Dylan,
Oh, I knew I saw
cried
that
his
coming.
mother angrily. Rachel, could you read this sentence?
You foolish, lazy boy, cried his mother angrily. Now we will go hungry. She threw all the beans out the window, and she and Jack went to bed without any supper.
Great job. And then just make sure that it's supper and not super, but everything else was really good.
They should throw you out the window too.
Okay. When Jack awoke early the next morning, he noticed an odd shadow across his window. Theodore, could you read this sentence, please?
When Jack woke early the next morning, he caught an odd shadow across his window.
Great job. Thank you for reading. He ran outside to see that a huge beanstalk had sprung up during the night. Sophia, could you read this, please?
He ran outside to see that a huge beanstalk he had sprang up during the net.
Great job. Thank you for reading. It grew so high he could not see the top. Marin, could you read this, please?
Okay. It grew so high he could not see the top.
Great job. Thank you for reading. Jack was curious and decided to climb up the beanstalk. Jason, could you read this, please?
Jack was curious and decided to climb up the beanstalk. He climbed for hours.
Great job.
When he finally reached the top, he saw a great castle in the cloud.
Great job. Thank you for reading. And then just make sure it's Jack was curious. Do you think you could say that part again?
Jack was curious.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think you should ask them some questions about the slide before we move on, Alex. We need to make sure they understood.
So why do Jack and his mom go hungry? Does anyone know? Rachel, do you know why his mom is mad?
Because a cow is so big, 5 beans is so small. It can be a supper.
That's a great answer. Yeah, I really agree with that.
Okay. Next page. The magnificent castle looked as if it were a vision in a dream. Marin, can you read that sentence?
Okay. The
Magnificent. Can you say that?
magnificent
Good job.
castle look as if it were a vision in a dream.
Good job. Very good. That's a hard word. So I'm very proud of you for saying it well. Sophia, can you... Oh, wait. I'll read the sentence. Sorry. Jack knew from his tired arms and legs that he had not just dreamed his long climb. Sophia, can you read this sentence?
Yes. Jack knew from his tired arms and legs that he had not just dreamed. His long climb, he
你不用再读了，谢谢。Thank you. So that was very good. He rubbed his eyes to make sure he was not seeing things. So I'm gonna read it again. He rubbed his eyes to make sure he was not seeing things. Theodore, can you read that sentence?
He rubbed his eyes to make sure he was not seeing things.
Very nice. As he got closer to the castle, Jack met a beautiful fairy. Jason, can you read that sentence? And just that sentence?
As he got closer to the castle, Jack met a beautiful fairy.
Good
She
job.
told Jack that
Oh, no. Jason.
giant
Jason. Just the first sentence. Only up until fairy. Here is for other people, okay? Hardy. Oh, wait, no, sorry. She told Jack that the giant who lived in the castle had killed Jack's father long ago and had stolen all his gold. So this is a very long sentence. Hardy, can you read it?
She told Jack that the giant who lived in the castle had killed Jack's father long ago and had stolen all his gold. The same fairy said that he should talk back what was rightful his, and then she disappeared.
Good job. Just remember that this word is read tiny. Can you say tiny?
Tiny,
Also read the word rightfully. Rightfully.
rightfully
Yeah, and then this word is disappeared. Can you say disappeared?
disappeared.
Good job. All right, very nice reading. When Jack reached the steps, he asked the giant's huge wife, like Alex, for some supper. Anna, can you read that sentence?
When Jack reached the
Steps.
he asked the giant's
Huge.
huge wife for some
Supper.
supper.
Good job, Anna. Very nice. So, does anyone know who this person is? Now, Alex is a good answer, and it's right, but
It
also
starts with
not.
a D. D for Dylan.
Like I said, Alex is the right
Doesn't
answer.
this look like? Raise your hand, guys. Who thinks this looks like
How do I mute
Dylan?
someone? How do I mute someone? Perfect. All right. So, can anyone tell me who this character is? Rachel, do you know who this person is?
A beautiful fairy.
So that's a good guess, but it's not right. Can you try again? I'll give you a hint. It's Alex.
Brian's hand.
The giant's wife. Can you say wife for me?
Wife.
Good job. So that's actually the giant's wife, and she's huge. She's big boned, horizontally challenged, as like Alex is. Sorry, I need to fix something. 1 second. If the attendees shows up. All right. Why is Alex not getting unmuted? Oh, there she is.
If you stay here, the giant will have you for supper, she said. Mu Yi, could you read this sentence, please?
No.
Could you try, please?
Of you tell her the cat will have you for a spur. She studied, but Jack
Great job. Thank you for reading. But Jack was so hungry that he did not care. Jason, could you read this for me, please? Jason, could you read the sentence, please?
Where?
But Jack was so hungry that he did not care.
Oh, but Jack was so hungry that he did not care. The woman gave
Oh,
dinner.
Jason. One sentence, okay? One sentence. Calm it down.
the woman gave in and fixed Jack a good supper. Anna, could you read this, please?
The woman gave in and fixed Jack a good supper.
Great job. Thank you for reading. Soon after, they heard the thump thump of his heavy steps. Theodore, could you read this,
Wow,
please?
you butchered that, Alex.
Soon they heard the trump trump for heavy footsteps.
Make sure that you read it as thump and like the th is like a sound. Could you say that, please?
We couldn't hear the sound you made.
Thump,
Thump. Can you say that, Theodore?
thump,
Good job.
thump.
Just as the giant entered the room, his wife hid Jack in the oven. Marin, could you read this sentence, please?
Okay. Just as the giant entered the room, his wife and he hid Jack in the oven.
Great job. Great reading. The wife sniffed the giant sniffed the air and roared, fee fi go fum. Sophia, could you read this sentence, please?
The giant sniffed the air and roared, fell.
So this is read fee, fi, fo, fum. Can you say that, Sophia?
Fee, said, for fun.
Good job.
I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Maybe it was this time of the month. Oh. Alex's Wi-Fi seems to be bad, so I'm going to take over for her for a second.
Lead working.
Alex's Wi-Fi seems to be bad, so let me just take over for a sec. Muyi, can you read I smell the blood of an Englishman?
I saw the blood from an Englishman.
Good job. But this word is read smell. Just remember that. Can you say the word smell for me? Smell. Good job. Alex?
Oh, sorry. It's just your supper, said his wife.
I can't.
Hardy, could you read this sentence, please? Hardy?
Imagine they say no to.
Hardy, could you please read this sentence? All right, I'll move on.
Hardy, 你在吗?
Shen Tianru, could you read this, please?
It's just your super, sighed his wife.
Could you unmute your microphone?
No, what?
沈天宇.
He read it, Alex.
A what? I think my network is really bad. I like can't hear anyone.
Still, we need to kick her out. Okay, good job, Shintenyu. So, since Alex's Wi Fi sucks, the giant ate his huge supper in one swallow. Let's see. Anna, can you read that?
The giant ate his
Huge.
huge supper.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you were almost there. Huge supper in one huge swallow.
In one huge
Swallow.
swallow.
Good job. Very good. So the next sentence is, then he roared, fetch me my gold coins. Rachel, can you read that?
Then he roared, fetch my gold coins.
Good job. Okay, so who is this character in the photo? Who is this? Can anyone tell me? Marin, who is this character?
This character is the Jack.
Very good. And then Marin, who is this? I mean, Marin, yeah, Marin, who is this? If that's Jack.
This is the giant's man.
Good job. This is the giant. Thank you, Rachel, for helping her. You're doing great. Okay, move on to the next. The woman brought in bags of gold coins that had belonged to Jack's father. Sophia, can you read that?
The woman brought in bags of gold coins that had
Belonged
to Jack's father.
Very good. The giant fell fast asleep, counting the money. Anna, can you read that?
The giant fell fast asleep, counting the
Money.
money.
Very good. Jack took a bag of gold and ran back to the beanstalk. Li Jingyi, can you read that?
Jack took a bag of gold and ran back to the beanstalk.
Very nice. He threw the bag down to his mother's garden and climbed down as fast as he could. Theodore, can you read that?
He threw the bag down to his mother's garden and climbed out as fast as he could.
Very nice reading. Jack's mother was overcome with joy when gold coins rained down. Shintae, can you read that sentence for me?
Jack's mother was very calm.
Overcome.
With joy.
Overcome.
Overcome with joy when gold coins rained down.
Gold coins. Can you say coins for me?
Coins.
Very good. They could now take care of their needs for a while. Let's see. Jason, can you read that for me?
They could now take care of their need for a while.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
But
No, you can read this one. You can read it. Jason, 你可以读。
but then one day the gold ran out.
Thank you very much, Jason. Jack disguised himself and went up the beanstalk again. Andre, can you read that?
Jack decided himself and went up the beanstalk again.
Very nice. Can you read this word again for me? Disguised.
Disguised.
Very nice. Also, 求你把你视频打开. He wanted more of his father's gold. Hardy, can you read that? Hardy? Okay. Marin, can you read this sentence?
He wanted more of his father's gold.
Very nice. When Jack returned to the castle, very tired and hungry, the giant's wife did not want to help him. Shen Tianyu, can you read that?
When Jack
Returned.
to the
Castle.
castle, very tired and hungry, the
Giants.
giant's wife did not want to help him.
Very good. So, can anyone tell me why Jack went up the beanstalk again? Do you know why Jack went up the beanstalk again, Shen Tianyu?
He wanted
He want father
No, Rachel. Say that again, please. Very good. Can you say it one more time?
he want father's gold.
Very good. Good job, Rachel. Exactly. He wanted more of his father's gold. He was greedy, like Alex, and he wanted more. Oh my god, you're muted. You're muted.
Okay, next page. The last boy I helped stole a bag of my husband's gold, she said. Theodore, could you read this sentence, please?
The last boy I helped stole a bag of my hand's gold, she said.
So that word is husbands. Could you say it, please?
Husband.
Great job. Thank you for reading. But Jack was so polite that she finally let him in and gave him a drink of water. Marin, could you read this, please?
Okay, but Jack was so polite that she finally let him in and gave him a drink of water.
Very nice. That word is polite. Do you think you could read it, please?
Polite.
Great job. Thank you. Just then, the giant's footsteps shook the floor.
Alex's footsteps shake the floor whenever she walks.
Hardy, could you read this, please?
Just then the gate's footsteps shook the floor. Jack really had time to hide in the oven before the giant entered the kitchen and roared angrily. Beef for fun. I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Great job. Thank you for reading. And just make sure that it's giant and not giant. It has a J sound. Could you repeat it, please? Could you say giant, please?
Giant.
Thank you.
Good job. Can you also say the word entered, Hardy?
Entered.
So you said entered, it's entered. And another word.
Entered.
No, entered.
Entered.
Yes. And this word is called angrily. Can you say angrily?
Angrily.
Very good, very good. And then one last word. Barely. Can you say barely?
Barely.
Can you read the sentence one more time for me, Hardy? Starting from Jack barely.
Jack barely.
Read the sentence.
Jack barely had time to hide in an oven before the giant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The kitchen and the joy.
Mm-hmm.
Angry.
Very good.
For fun. I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Very good. That was a much better improvement. Very nice, Hardy.
Don't be silly, said the giant's wife. Sophia, could you read the sentence, please?
Don't be silly, said the giant's wife.
Great job. Thank you for reading. And then just make sure it's silly. Do you think you could say that, please?
Silly.
Great job. Yeah, much better.
Okay. The giant ate his supper, and then he told his wife to bring him his hen. Marin, can you say that?
The giant ate his supper, and then he told his wife to bring him his hen.
Very good. Jack heard the giant shout, "Lay!" Shantianyu, can you say that?
Jake heard the great shout lay
Okay.
when he
Shantianyu, this word is giant. Like Alex said earlier, it has a J sound. Can you say giant? Say giant.
Janet
Giant. Can you say that? Giant.
ant
Say it one more time.
giant
Very good. All right. When he peeked through a hole in the oven, he saw the hen lay a perfect golden egg. Theodore, can you read that sentence?
When he poked through a hole in the worm, he saw him land a perfect gold egg.
Very nice. But this is he saw the hen. Can you say he saw the hen?
He saw the hen.
Very good. After he told the hen to lay 3 golden eggs, the giant fell asleep. Anna, can you read that? Oh, sorry. Stop that. Oh my god, shut up. Anna.
He put the hen to a sweet golden egg. The giant fell asleep.
Very good, Anna. Very good. Jack leaped out of the oven, snatched the hen, and ran. Mu Yi, can you read that?
Jack leaped out of the oven. 这是啥了
Snatched. Like me.
Snatched the he
Hen.
hand and ran.
Very nice.
Ray.
When Jack reached the beanstalk, he began to climb down quickly. Hardy, can you read that?
When Jack ran the beanstalk,
Beanstalk.
a beanstalk,
Mm-hmm.
he began to climb down quickly. He took the wonderful hen to his mother.
Thank you.
The
Thank you,
hen
Hardy. This word is climb. Can you say climb?
climbed.
Very good. The hen laid a golden egg on command every time. Rachel, can you read that?
The hen laid a golden egg on command every time.
Do you want to read the next sentence too, Rachel? With the golden eggs. Do you want to try reading that?
The golden eggs. Jack and his mother were about to fix up their
Cottage.
cottage, and there was a
Always.
always pretty to eat.
Very good. Thank you. Okay. We're running out of time, so let's just do this last page. Jason, go crazy. After a while, however, Jack decided to climb up back the beanstalk. Jack sneaked back into the castle and hid in a large pot. Jason, can you read those?
After a while, however, Jack decided to climb back up the beanstalk. Jack sneaked back into the castle and hid into a large pot.
Very, very good. The giant sniffed the air and said, "Fee, fi, fo, fum." Theodore, can you read that sentence? Theodore?
The giraffe found the air and said, "Feel free to fall from." His wife went over to the room and looked in, but there was no boy inside.
Very good. One last thing. After the giant ate his supper, he called for his magic harp. His wife quickly brought him his beautiful harp of gold. Marin, can you read that?
After the giant ate his supper, he called for his magic harp. His wife quickly brought
Oops.
him
Oh my god.
brought him his beautiful harp of gold.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So, we are running out of time. It's 9:29. So we're going to skip all of this actually and just go, because there was a quiz and everything, straight to the homework. So for next week, your homework will be the question, would you rather have Alex or 5 magical beans? Sorry, a cow.
Haha, so
Sorry.
funny.
So would you rather have a cow or 5 magical beans? But with that, class is dismissed. Thank you all for coming. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Dylan.
You're not leaving. You have stuff to do. You have to stay
Bye.
here.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
See you next week, yes.
Bye.
Oh, I see you next week too.
See you.
Bye.
Bye, Sophia. Bye, Anna.
Bye, Rachel.
Bye, Rachel.
Here, Anna, I'll help you leave. Remove.